Hey campers, Georgia, back in the man cave. The masses have voted. I put a post out to rehandle these guys. Mary and I didn't know what colors to put out. You voted. Let's check it out. So I have these two folders here, and you can see both of them. This one, just a plain jack from Imperial. This one, a little unusual, also from Imperial. Look at the handle. It's a little different. And this one is just a plain jack, but the handle's all broken. I really liked this idea of the pinstripes, but the handle was broken. So we got to replace it. So I put a picture out with these guys in it. This one here. And as you can see, you guys voted. So it looks like orange it is, right? It was a blistering 46%. Almost half of you guys said it has to be orange. Well, so it is. But I did put up there that whatever comes second, this guy gets. This guy gets first. So this guy's orange. This guy, the shock and horror, is gold. And I thought, ew. But now that I think about it, we might be able to produce something with this. So it's these two guys, right? This one needs a good cleanup. I mean, look at that blade. It must have belonged to a painter, drywall guy. I don't know what that is on there. And it's the blade shape and everything's pretty good. Obviously, the point is gone. But everything else is okay. There's no big dents on it or anything like that. Just got to take this pinstripe off and put new stuff on. Well, you know, me and clamshells. So as easy as it sounds, it's always a risk. So hopefully we can get these off and replace them with orange and clean up the whole knife and make it look all sharp and shiny. Wanted to do this with this one too. This is going to be the gold guy. I didn't look at it very carefully. Watch this. So you've got the pen blade here. Very nice. Nice snap on it. And then you got the clip. There is, yep, zip, zilch, nada, no snap. Look at that. Doesn't even stay in place. And I was like, what? And then I look closely. Look at that spring. It's broken. Or about to break. So that is an issue. So I scratched about in my, maybe I can do something with this box, and found this guy. Okay. Now, he's a disaster. Okay. But he just happens to be the same size as this guy. Now, I have another one of these that's in really good shape. So I'm thinking we have us a parts place here. The springs and everything look like they match perfectly. If you look here, basically the same thing. The only difference is the actual scale. We're going to tear this guy apart, steal a spring and see if it fits in this guy. If it does, gold it is. So let's have at it. Here are the three knives. Here are the two colors, gold, orange. This guy is orange. We're going to need to clean him up. We've got to pop these off without breaking them. The horror. This guy, we have to just totally take apart because we're going to be replacing a spring. And while we have it apart, we'll clean him up. And if the spring fits from this guy, then we can finish him up, clean him up, make him look sharp and shiny. So I think what I'm going to do is this first to make sure that the spring and everything is going to work. Once we know that, we'll put this guy into soak and we'll work on this guy. I'm hoping this is going to work because I forgot to show you this, but this guy, it's an Imperial, but it's an Imperial Ireland. I didn't notice that before. I just saw the Imperial badge and I was looking for the USA. This guy, Imperial USA. So here's hoping. Let's take him apart. Whew. It's nasty in there. All sorts of things. Oh, the boss has popped in for a drink. She drinks out of that all the time. It's my water thing for the leather. Don't know why she does that. She's got like 5 places to drink and she's going to sit down right in front. Oh. And off she goes. What it is to be a princess. So we got them off and we didn't even break them. These will go into my just in cases. Kind of like this one. It's got the crown on it. Bits and pieces. This has got nasty stuff in it. It's got everything in it. All right. So now we need to break it open, and I think I'm just going to just grind them off. I think I'll just grind them off. So the springs actually match pretty good. They're almost exactly the same. It's interesting that these two, one has a little bit more tension than the other, and I think that's the one I want to use. There's a slight difference in the bulge here. So I think this is the one I'm going to use. This one, well, I think I'm just going to throw it away. Interesting. Look at these two. Look at the divot at the end of this one that was bent. Right there. This one doesn't have it. But this one has that huge divot in it. Wonder what happened there. Huh. Bad steel? See, here we have all the goodies. A new spring, and I think I'm going to put it on this guy. The old spring, everything matched up. So what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to throw them in the rust remover, let them soak for a while. While we do that, let's see what we can do with this guy. That was a struggle to get these off. They were really on there tight, which is either a good thing or not. So here you can see how bad that blade is. Now scrape that off and let's see if we can polish it up without dipping it. By the way, I lied about this not being damaged. It actually has a dent right there. You mess with these and they bend, you'll never get them back on flush. So we got all that nasty stuff off, so we know we can clean this up now. But I'm looking at this blade and oh yeah, there's some serious dents in it, and we need to fix the point. So I'm just going to touch this up and bring that to a better point, just so that when we sharpen it, we don't have to take too much metal off. I don't know what it is about this water that she likes so much. Okay, so here we are. I have everything laid out. Now, you'll notice right here, I have some little nails. See that? The reason is, see that little thing in my hand there? It's plastic. And that is what was in these. half of them fell out, half didn't. So I decided to take them out, and I thought I'm going to put this on and then cut these off and put them in there like that. So I think that's what I'm going to do, but we won't be putting these in until we've put the cover on. I'm thinking right now of just cleaning up that steel, make it shine, and just put the gold on here. I can't think of the best way to put it on everything. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to shine these up as best, these two, well, all of them. Everything's going to get cleaned, but I want to make these really shiny. So here we are here. Gave them a quick polish with mothers just to smooth out, make them nice and shiny. And this guy's got his snapback. Didn't have any snap before, and my fingers are dirty, and I'm dirtying my product. The boss shouted at me, said my workshop was a mess, so had to clean that up. And here's the little gold one, which so far has come out better than I thought it would. I was a little nervous about the cover on this. But, you know, the blade's cleaned up nice. I just need to sharpen them. So that's what I'm going to do next. Like I showed you, I used JB Weld on these false rivets or whatever you want to call them. And I just want to make sure that's set. And then we can sharpen. And they be sharp and shiny with new covers. All very exciting. The blade's got some huge nicks in it. Very huge. I need my marker. Yeah, there's a big neck there. It's really uneven and wavy. So let's get it down. You can see the black of what's left that hasn't been taken out. So you've got to get rid of that black and then you know you're good. I'm not sure you can see this, but you can see where I put the black marker on. Now the blade was kind of wavy when they sharpened it and it had a neck. You can see when you put the marker on, as you grind all that extra metal away and try and get an even edge on here, you can see the edges evened out. It's still a little bit shallow here, but I've only done one side. You want to flip it over and go that way as well, and then come back and look if you still have that. Still got that cut out there, so we got to work it some more. The black marker also helps you see that you have a consistent edge, the depth of the edge. This is quite a bad cut out there. It's going to take a lot of metal off to get rid of it. But if you want a nice clean edge, you got to do that. Now I'm going to change the grit. 800. Let's see if we can get an edge on this thing. That'll work. And we're going to repeat on this one. So there you go. Finally finished this. Again, project took longer than I thought, but I really took my time with this one. And of course, I put the post out and you guys chose the colors. So if you don't like them, it's your fault. I'm kidding. I actually like your choices. Mary agrees. And here's the jack. You can see you chose orange for that. Kind of like that. The only issue was, remember, the handle, the clamshell was dented. You can see it there. And when that happens, that happens. See the gap? I don't have a way of fixing that. I've tried and I just made it worse. So I just left it the way it was, cleaned it up and put the covering on. So it actually cleaned up very nice. I like the way this cleaned up, sharpened up great. And here you can see it here. And really worked out really well. And of course, when I had it, it didn't have any snap to it. Now it does, so that's a good thing. All it took was a little bit of cleaning up with oil and working it a little harder. And you can see the snap is nice and back again. So there you go. The Imperial single blade jack, rehandled. Here's the info. And then, of course, this one. Now, everybody chose gold, and I was like, I'm not sure, but I like this. I like the way it came out. It was a little different because of the clamshell. I've never seen this style clamshell where they thin it out like that. I thought I'd have more of a problem with it than I did. And it came out okay. I got a couple of bubbles or something behind the covering. You can see them there. But it's not too bad. And it cleaned up really nice. Well, you know, of course we had to take it apart. And when you take it apart like that, you can really clean up the knife nicely. You get, you know, it's so much easier to do, and you can get into those hard places and everything, you know, like in the well here. So that worked out really well, you can see. And this was a challenge. I really had to think about how to do it. These pins, like I said, they just nails that have been cut off and glued in there, because before it was actually plastic. I didn't realize it at the time. Sharpening a knife this small is on my system is not easy, but we got it there. And you can see the clip in the pen cleaned up nicely. See that? Nice project. I enjoyed this project. It was a challenge. I had to think about it. And watching all you guys choosing colors was interesting. Orange was a runaway winner. It was almost the result. It was like 48, or I can't remember what it was, but very cool. I kind of like that idea. Next time I have a project and I'm not sure what I want to do, I'll post again. It's always fun to see what you guys think. So yeah, they are here. Worked out pretty well. You can see the gold I didn't think would look as well as it did. But you guys made the right choice, I think. It really, you know, getting the colors to show in the lighting is really hard. Appreciate everybody putting in their 2 cents on the post. That was very nice. You all be safe out there, especially with this stuff. It's really easy to nick yourself when you're working on them. You're not paying attention. You cleaning the blade, whatever. You've got to be really careful. And don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You know the story. Pretty sure I'll be back. We got lots of this stuff to do, not just the handle stuff, but restoring them, trying different things, looking at some of the knives I'm gathering. You know, I only started gathering this stuff not too long ago. Never really appreciated them. Always had a huge interest in them because I like to whittle, and I was always looking for knives that I could afford, and that was, you know, thrifting for them. And that turned out to be a popular subject. Didn't know. Well, now I do. Thanks for watching. Always appreciate it. And we'll see you again soon. Oh, don't forget the drawing coming out soon.